You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day. Oh, yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Bro Down Podcast. I'm Andy Smith.
And I'm Tim Fulton.
This is the fight recap.
Fight recap for UFC Fight Night.
Yeah. Overeem
Overeem.
versus
Rozenstruik.
Rozenstruik.
We're going to start off with some of the prelims. Well, one of the prelims.
Yeah.
Diego Alves versus Tim Means.
Yeah.
Tim Means proved to be pretty mean in
Yeah,
the
he
ring.
did. Alves, dude, I always hate when old school guys and fighters that I like come out and they still show that they have it. They do perform great. And one mistake, they get caught once, and it's like, you fuck. Because everyone's questioning if they can still do it.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely one of those fights where the guy got caught, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a first round finish too, right?
Yeah, I mean, he caught Tim Means a couple times.
He did.
And
He was winning
Alves
that
is very
round.
short for the division.
Yeah.
Means is rather tall. So it sucks seeing Alves lose. I like Alves, always have. But
I don't know either of the guys, so I was just rooting for the Tim.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
namesake.
So yeah, it sucks. But
It was a good start to the night. I'll put it that way.
yeah, it was. I'm glad that Alves didn't take too much damage. So
You know what? We originally weren't going to review it, but we did get to see a pretty awesome finish in the prelims.
which finish was that?
The
The twister.
the twister.
Dude, yeah, it's
Second
only the
time-
second time it ever happened in UFC history.
Yeah, that was a fun way to start.
The other
night,
one
too.
was I don't know, it was Korean Zombie. Might have
Was
been
it really?
Might have been the Korean Zombie doing it. Yeah, he pulled off a twister.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's.
I'm gonna. Have to
I've
look that up.
never been put in one, but
Yeah.
apparently, according to pretty much everybody, it's the most painful submission.
And it doesn't look like it at first glance, but once you really think about it,
Yeah,
every part of your body is being twisted up.
it's your spine and your neck,
Ugh.
which serious
Fuck
damage.
that. In all seriousness. All right, for the main card, we start off with Rob Font versus Ricky Simone, who has the most epic
Mullet.
of mullets that I've
It's
ever
like
seen.
cartoonishly epic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's going to look back on that one day and be like, I would hope, and say, what was that?
he's had it for quite some time, I think.
Still a young kid.
This was a good overall fight.
Yeah, it was.
Competitive.
It was really back and forth. The first round specifically, Font was dominating for like 3 minutes, and I wanted to count how many times Ricky got jabbed because it seemed like it was endless, constant jabs to the face. How
Yeah.
do you get over something like that?
Yeah.
But he did.
Yeah, he worked that jab very, like.
Very.
I mean, he
effective.
just like. You don't see many guys work the jab in MMA like that.
No, you don't.
And it was good because Ricky wanted it down, and that's how you kind of deal with the wrestler at range. So
Yeah,
it was really impressive to see that. Yeah, congrats to Font.
Yeah,
But it was a good fight.
it was. Then we have Cody Stamann versus Song Yadong. All right, this fight there was a lot of weird things about this fight.
Yeah, this one was strange because Yadong illegally kneed Stamen when he was on the ground, clearly on the ground,
Clearly,
and
early on too. Like,
yeah,
I
in
think
the first round.
First round, I don't even think we were into the 3rd minute yet. Don't quote me on that. But
No. So basically, what happened was he got kneed in the head on the ground. Whoever stepped in. He said, "Listen, I don't want the time. Just give me my point.
Yeah.
Give me my point deduction." So they take a point from Song.
Yeah.
Then it goes to the next 2 rounds, and the second round probably went to Song. The third definitely, I think, went to Stamen
Yeah.
because of the ground and pound. Like I thought it went to him. And the first round was up in the air because of the illegal shot, and it was kind of back and forth. It was close though.
But the point,
Yeah.
and they called it a tie, a
Draw.
majority tie,
Yeah, majority draw.
majority draw.
Yeah. Which is weird because that means that 2 of the judges said that Song won the first and the second, and that Cody only won the third, which I can see the argument, but it's just weird.
I just didn't see it.
I didn't see
I mean,
the-
like, I didn't see it.
yeah.
I really think Cody took that fight.
Yeah, I mean, it was best case scenario for Song.
Yeah, Oh, 100%.
If it went to decision,
There's no way.
he's only fighting to go to a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is okay. So we'll continue. So point was taken away for head strike.
Moving.
That the guy didn't need more than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is not the last controversy we're going to have tonight. Then Aspen Ladd versus Yana, oh God.
Kunitskaya.
Yeah.
Kunitskaya. So this one, I don't know if I was in the bathroom for the first round or what, but I came out when it was already going on. Very competitive. There was a lot of scrambles. And going into the third, I think Aspen was up on the scorecards, if I'm not mistaken, which is why the commentary team was saying that they didn't understand why Aspen's corner was telling her to go after her.
Yeah.
But they did. They were like, go out there, and she came out in the third round, and the first punch she threw dropped Kunitskaya.
She came out guns blazing.
Yeah.
It was a sight. You would think that she was down 2 rounds.
Yes.
Like she had, like that. This was it. Do or die.
Yes.
I don't think it was. I think she won the first 2 rounds.
Yeah. But again, it's not necessarily bad advice from the coach because you never know what the fucking judge is. And especially this young, she's one of the prospects that has a lot of promise.
Yes.
So they wanting her to show what she can do.
Yeah.
And kind of eking your way to victory is not saying that you're eking your way, but there's non-exciting to the regular viewer.
Not all victories are the same, especially in the eyes of the UFC and Dana White, which in the long run, I know, all victories matter, but great victories really matter.
They stand out. They make you stand out.
Exactly. And we were talking about this a little bit earlier today, that the standings do mean something, but they don't when it really comes to who gets a title shot and who gets what.
Yeah.
So Aspen, with that awesome display, might have upped herself substantially.
100%. 100%. A finish is always better than a decision for most of the time.
Yeah. It was amazing to see.
Yeah, and I thought it was cool that like primal ass scream she did when she rolled over.
Yeah.
She's like, "Rah!" I thought that was badass. So anyway, next.
All right. Then we have Struve versus Rothwell, which let's talk about the fight itself first, and then we'll talk about other stuff.
Yeah, so the fight itself, Struve was handling Rothwell.
Yes.
Right? He rocks Rothwell. Rothwell throws a fucking kick, hits Struve in the balls. Struve immediately collapses.
Yeah, this was probably the biggest collapse from pure pain I've witnessed in the UFC so far.
Yeah, that you've seen definitely.
That I've seen. I've only really been a hardcore quote unquote fan for
it's one of the worst.
Yeah.
From a groin strike.
Yeah.
But he literally collapses and he's sitting up against laying on the ground, writhing in pain, literally rolling like an animal.
Doesn't take the 5 minutes just to take them. Takes the 5 minutes because he absolutely positively, undoubtedly needs them.
He said, "My balls are in my stomach.
Yeah.
I can't feel them.
Yeah.
Like they're there."
To the point where you could not blame the guy if he decided,
no,
I'm
absolutely not
going forward.
Now,
but he does.
Yes. I think under gruesome pressure from the crowd.
Yeah.
And from thinking of having a mark on you for being a quitter.
I got to say real quick, I originally thought that the crowd was being assholes, but they were just having a good time.
Yeah.
They cheered when he got up, and then he immediately knelt down, and they were like,
They did it the whole time.
And they just kept doing it.
He would like go down there like, ooh. And he would, as soon as he stood, ooh, ah.
They were making their own fun, man.
Probably played into him continuing.
Yeah, I could imagine that.
So here's my thing with this. The guy takes an illegal knee to the face on the ground in a couple fights previous. Doesn't need any. He says, "I'm good. Took an illegal knee, but I'm good."
Yeah. Yeah.
Take a point.
Yeah.
This guy is very clearly hurt. Bad to the point where he might not be able to continue. He needs 4 minutes and 59 seconds to be like, I'm good, I'm not good.
Yeah.
No point. Don't care if it's unintentional. Weili what's his name? Song. He didn't throw it thinking he was a downed opponent.
Yeah.
He threw it thinking that he wasn't a downed opponent because his one knee was off the canvas. So it's unintentional.
Yeah.
This is unintentional.
I think we're highlighting the concept that the rules really need to be streamlined. It should not be up to the referee's discretion as much as it currently is. That's my takeaway from tonight. Because it's not clear cut across the board.
But if you're ever gonna take a point away for a first groin strike, that's the one to do it on.
Yeah.
Like that's the one. And then immediately after he hurts him, Rothwell comes out swinging. Tide of the fight kind of changes.
Yeah.
Then next round, come out. Struve starts fucking coming back.
Struve is winning the round.
Starts coming back.
Yeah.
Starts tagging Rothwell.
Yeah.
What happens? Rothwell kicks him in the balls again.
Again. He
falls down. Now this is where we got extremely pissed. Well, I got pissed.
Oh no, I was pissed too.
Yeah.
I just wanted to wait till now to discuss it.
But you were in the bathroom because you said you had 5 minutes or you didn't hear when the ref said?
No. I heard.
You heard when the ref said it
I heard
first.
everything.
Okay.
I heard everything. We
Because-
just didn't discuss it up until right this second.
Because when he was sitting the second time,
Yeah.
Dan Miragliotta came over to him and he said, "Look," he covered up his mic and he said,
Unsuccessfully.
"Yeah," and he said, "Listen, you're probably winning the fight right now. You're probably up 2 rounds to nothing. If I stop the fight, it's going to be a no contest."
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's telling Struve, in my opinion, you're winning rounds 1 and this one. There's 1 minute and 25 seconds left. If I stop it, you definitely aren't winning. If you continue, you're up.
Yeah. All right. First off, it is not Dan Miragliotta's job to try to convince a fighter to ignore the pain, ignore your injury, keep going. It's not his job to do that.
No.
He has no position to do that. No position whatsoever.
No.
Second of all, he doesn't know who's winning.
No.
We think he's up to nothing. I would have agreed with that, but you don't know that.
He's not his fucking coach.
Yeah.
He's not his fucking coach.
He grotesquely overstepped his bounds there.
Yeah.
Grotesquely. In that moment, I did have a lot of respect for Dan Miragliotta.
Yeah.
And it dropped dramatically in that moment.
Well, I've been having skeptical hippo eyes on him since that issue that he had with MVP.
Yeah. I think that affected you more than it did me. I agreed with you that it wasn't the right call then.
No.
But
Yeah. It was just because he took his personal life into it.
Yeah, he did.
Go ahead, what were you saying?
But yeah, exactly. He took his personal life into there. It's almost like he's forgetting how to be a ref, and he's letting his ego get to his head a little bit because he's being told for so long that he is such a good ref, and he's been held to such a high regard, and he's been a UFC staple for so long. And I'm just purely speculating on why he's pulling this type of shit, but this is why he's pulling this type of shit, and he shouldn't be. Someone needs to sit his ass down and say, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
Because you are completely overstepping your bounds as a referee.
It's out of line.
It's 100% out of line.
Yeah.
And what happened immediately after?
Well, this is what my whole thing with this is I saw a breakdown of the amount of fighters that win a fight after an illegal strike is landed on them.
Yeah.
And I believe, to my knowledge, it's extremely low. Like, to the point where I almost want to say it might be none.
Oh.
Like, guys that have gotten, like, badly eye poked or groin striked really bad, how many of those dudes have come back and won the fight after they stopped the action for something that was, like, egregious? I might be mistaken in thinking that it's for missing weight, but I'm pretty sure that it's for fouls like that.
Okay.
So your chances are already lower if I'm remembering correctly. I could be fucking lying about that, but I'm pretty sure I watched it on that. I'll double check. But number 2, this is the second time he got kneed in the groin.
Twice.
Right? Twice. So now Dan comes over and he's like, listen, pal. What he should have said, if he wanted to, what he should have said is, listen, you got 5 minutes. Okay? If you, we'll deal with it then. You got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And as it got closer to 5 minutes, he should have explained to him what happens if he stops the fight. He says, listen, if I stop the fight, it's a no contest. That's it. That's all you say.
That's it.
He doesn't need to know who you think is up. Are you a judge? Are you my cornerman? Then shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
He doesn't need the nudge.
If I was his cornerman, I'd be like, dude, shut your fucking mouth.
Who are you?
Now, if I was his cornerman too, you're in a weird spot because you don't want to throw the towel in because that's an L. That's a loss.
Yeah, but you also don't want to see your fighter.
But they can't coach him. They can't tell him what to do.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to talk to your corner.
Yeah.
So I would have been probably screaming at him to just stop, like sit, don't go, don't continue.
Yeah.
Because you can't, if he was in that much pain after the first strike and you take another one, and then Dan came in there and was like, oh yeah, like, you know, you could win this or whatever. And then what happens? Now Rothwell comes at him like a bat out of hell because he knows that he has to knock him out.
Because he did lose the point there on the second one.
Yeah, and he probably lost the
that.
first and was losing the second round.
Yeah, he probably lost the first round, was probably losing the second round, and lost the point. He had no option but to pull an Aspen Ladd and go out guns blazing, and it worked.
Yeah, yeah.
It 100% worked.
Yeah. Well, who knew that a guy that had been kicked in the balls twice was vulnerable and hurt?
Yeah, seriously. It
And you know what, dude? I don't think I don't think Rothwell's done anything shady in the past, but it looks super suspicious when all of a sudden when Struve starts getting on a tear and starts rocking you, you throw two hard ass fucking groin kicks. It's like, oh, I'm trying to throw a body kick on a 7 foot tall guy, but I can't lift my leg past my own waist.
Yeah. No, that's a valid point. And Rothwell, the first time he did it was not immediately, but almost immediately after he got kicked in the head.
Yeah.
He got rocked in the head.
Yeah.
And it was like 5 seconds later, groin kick.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden both guys get 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It just wasn't right.
I didn't like anything about that fight.
That fight bothered me a lot more than any fight that I've seen for a long time.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to say good job, Ben Rothwell. Sorry, everybody.
No.
Sorry,
not good job, Ben.
No.
No,
sorry,
not good job.
Is what
I'm
comes out
sorry,
there.
but no.
And on a lighter one,
Yeah.
Mariana Rodriguez versus Cynthia Calvillo.
Calvillo.
Yeah,
Calvillo.
sure.
This was a really good fight.
Yeah, this made up for the mistakes of the previous fights.
Yeah. I thought it might have been the right decision to call it a draw. I think this might be the only time in history there's been 2 draws on the same card.
I have no idea about that, but I agree with you. I almost said, I think this is going to be called a draw, but I was afraid to say it in case I was wrong. But Mariana easily won the first 2 rounds, and that last round was a 10-8. It just...
That's what they scored it?
That's how I didn't see the actual breakdown. I think it was a majority decision. I don't think it was unanimous.
Majority draw.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Tomato.
Yeah.
But that's how I thought of it. Because Cavallo, whatever her name is, definitely
it was either she got a 10-8 or they scored 1 round 10-10.
Yeah. I imagined it as 2 rounds to Marina Rodriguez.
And 1 10-8
Yeah.
for Calvillo.
Because Rodriguez got taken to the ground almost immediately in that 3rd round.
Yeah.
And she spent the entire round trying to get back to her feet, which she did.
Yeah. And she took some hard shots.
She took plenty of hard shots.
A lot of hard shots.
She gave out barely anything. She survived. Got to give her credit. There was plenty of times that I was thinking that was going to be called.
Yeah. And I was just going to say that. Yeah. I thought she was going to get knocked out a couple times, or the ref was going to step in.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But so good job to both girls. I mean, draws kind of suck, but at the end of the day, it was fun to watch, and it was a good fight by both of them.
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, we have Overeem versus Rozenstruik. Whatever. Up until the very last 5 seconds, this fight was kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. I'm normally a big fan of heavyweights because there's that constant anticipation of that one epic blow, but for whatever reason, it wasn't hitting me tonight. And it was slow. You had Overeem giving amazing takedowns, too.
Yeah.
Which he doesn't do, apparently.
Well, he's a striker.
Yeah.
He's very strong.
Yeah.
Very strong and explosive. But if you see how he goes in for the takedown, he looks like he's doing a fucking airplane for a little kid.
Yeah.
Because his
takedowns, I think both of them are throws.
I think, yes, but I'm saying when he shot from the outside,
They're
I
slow.
honestly think that most of that is because he's so nervous about getting hit because he knows his chin is compromised.
Yeah.
And he's hesitant the whole way in. Plus, he's not a wrestler.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't start off with that. He had the perfect game plan to fight someone like that. That's exactly how he should have fought that fight.
It was working.
It's exactly how he should have fought the fight. Couple things.
Go for it.
Okay. I've been saying the last couple days with this fight to you, to everyone I've talked to about the fight.
Anyone who would listen.
It's like he does the same thing every time. He'll get overly cocky and he'll drop his hands. When he's got the lead, he'll do this.
Yep.
And he'll get caught. And he knows that his chin, he's got to know, like, hey, I can't take punches. I've been knocked out 16 times. I can't take it anymore. Who could?
Yeah.
But I still have the skill set to put guys away and to win fights because I'm that talented. So I got to protect my face. And I thought he did an even better job than he has in the past about covering up. Now, a couple of those times, I thought that Rozenstruik,
I can't remember if it's
Rozenstruik.
Rozenstruik or Rozenstruik. I think
Rosie.
it's Rozenstruik.
We thought that Rosie could have finished him on the fence, but he chose not to.
Yeah. I know you're supposed to play it safe and you're not supposed to go crazy, but there was a couple of times that he blatantly backed up. He had Overeem up against the fence taking shots, and he literally backed up and let him recover. I found it weird.
I think it was because he probably knew that a lot of those shots didn't land. And the thing is that you are still talking about Alistair Overeem.
Yeah.
A dude that can knock anyone on the planet out.
Yeah,
and
it's true.
if he decides to throw one back at you and your hands are down, you're fucked.
Yeah.
If it lands. So he's doing this whole thing. The last 4 seconds or 10 seconds of the fight, he's backing away. And I am visibly nervous because I know that when it comes to Overeem, the fight is not over until it's fucking over. And this is exactly why I was getting fucking nervous. It was because he kept backing away with his hands at his waist. Every time he would throw a shot, he would drop his hands to his waist and just back up with the scoot. And it's like, maybe keep your hands up, dude. Like, I'm not a fucking coach, but maybe keep your fucking hands up.
Yeah, maybe.
One time, please. Just one time, keep your hands up for the whole fight when you're supposed to. And
he didn't.
But the fucking more fucked up part is that Rozenstruik splits his fucking face open.
Yeah.
Like Freddy Krueger punched him with an open palm.
That shit is tough.
He clearly gets knocked into another dimension. Falls against the fence. Dan Miragliotta does not stop the fight. He does not stop the fight. Rozenstruik turns around. Miragliotta has not waved the fight off. He gets involved. He touches guys, but that doesn't mean that he waved the fight off.
Yeah.
And then Overeem pops right up. Pops up and starts walking away because why? Dan is touching him. Dan is touching him. Now he's still wobbly. And then Miragliotta takes it upon himself to say, oh, Rozenstruik thinks the fight's over. I'm going to call the fucking fight now with 3 seconds left. Or 4 seconds left.
So a couple of things.
Go back to school, Dan. I'm sorry.
A couple of things. A, I do agree with you. Miragliotta definitely screwed up. Again. But I do think that the fight should have been called when Overeem fell. His lip was split. And I think the reason he shouldn't have rushed into the middle of them without.
It should have been called, but Dan didn't call it.
No, I agree.
So
I agree.
The fight should have continued and went to a decision.
I agree.
Yeah.
That it should have been called. He didn't call it. He didn't make the proper move there. I will say that I don't think Overeem walked away. I think he fell away. I don't think I would want to go back and rewatch this to see exactly how it played out.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
In my other point, is that how many times have you seen guys hurt? The visual of his lip split is horrific, right?
Yeah.
But how many times have guys seen visibly more hurt than that during fights and they've let it continue?
Yeah.
Now, take into account, which a lot of referees do, there's 4 fucking seconds left in the fight.
Yeah.
Overeem was winning the fight.
Yeah.
Then there's 4 seconds left. Rozenstruik walks away. That's on him.
Yeah.
The ref didn't call it. He should have said, fight's not over.
Yeah.
Fight's not over. And that's it. The fight should have went to a decision. Now, if there was 20 seconds left and Overeem gets dropped like that, call the fight. But when he jumps in, I mean, what he should have did was step back and said, fight isn't over. And then look back at Overeem, he was already standing by that point.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I want to see Overeem take another blow to the face. What I'm saying is Dan fucked up.
He did. He did.
If you want to call the fight, call the fight. But he didn't call the fight.
He didn't. He didn't. He jumped in between the two of them.
And
but he
Overeem
didn't
did
call it.
pop right back up. As mangled as his fucking face was, he popped right back up.
Yeah. It was gross.
Oh my God, Dan.
That was a tough
What the
5 seconds.
fuck?
That was a tough 5 seconds.
This is the third fucking problem with him. 2 of them were in one night, but the
Yeah.
third problem with him in the last couple months.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with him?
I don't know. But in all seriousness, it's a problem.
It is easy for us to judge when we're in a barn talking about UFC fights and we don't have anything on
I
the
saw
line.
it perfectly from
we
my...
got Cheeto fingers watching this shit. But
I was half asleep.
I was
late,
pretty
folks.
upset because you watch, and I'm upset for the reason of like, I look at this as this is the twilight of Overeem's career.
Yeah.
He was on a 2-fight win streak, a 2-fight KO streak.
Yeah.
He's trying to get his way back to a title shot.
Yeah, which...
And it's like, okay, I get it. You did it. You did it in the one of the shittiest ways you could have done it. He could have finished the fight if you had just not waved it off.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I don't know if he would have won the fight. I'd like to see the scorecards. I
would like
don't
to see
know. I'm not sure if I got to watch it again to see if I even agree if he should have stopped it completely.
I would want to rewatch it too. My gut tells me that one of the reasons I'm not heartbroken is because I feel like it should have been stopped, but I would want to rewatch it.
Yeah.
You're right. He did get up really quick.
The only reason I say that it should have been stopped is that if the reason Rozenstruik turned around was I just bit my tongue. Was the reason that Rozenstruik turned around was it because Dan touched him and pushed him away? If Rozenstruik hits him, sees him fall, turns around without being touched by the referee and goes, I'm the king of the world, I knocked him out.
Well, that's on him.
Then that's on him. If he knocks him out and the ref pushes him away, then he turns around and does it. It's like, okay, he thinks the ref stopped the fight. That's on the ref.
Yeah, agreed.
But if he didn't, that fight should go to decision.
Yeah.
It
We're going to have to rewatch this
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah, we're going to have to get every angle.
Yeah.
Every angle.
Pull up the footage. Jamie.
Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Interesting night. Fun night.
Fun night. For some of us. Not for 2 fighters.
Yeah, that's no joke.
Or 3 fighters.
Or 3 fighters.
Yeah. So.
Well, for like a lot of fighters.
Oh, man. Anyway. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the fight recap.
That's the fight recap. I'm cold. I'm tired. Go to brodownpro.com.
Go to brodownpro.com. Like and subscribe on YouTube.
We will see you guys next time.
Yes, we will.
Peace out, everybody.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day.